Hey, I thought I'd have a quick chat with you about remembering chords and chord progressions and things like that. So I know that often when we have got a piece of music in front of us, there's that little bit of a distraction when you're first starting where you're kind of looking at the music and then you're sort of looking at your fingers and arranging the fingers and then you're sort of going back to it. Now, that's hard, okay? That's really hard. So if you're finding it hard, then you're not alone, okay? Most people do. So what we're trying to do is get to a point where, one, we don't have to look at our fingers. That's not going to just magically happen. So please look at your fingers if you need to arrange where your fingers actually fall on the instrument, because that is building the muscle memory that we need to actually get to those chords really quickly without looking. So I know that if I go like that, I'm in an E7, okay? I can feel it. I know what those feel like, because I've done it enough times. So before you have done it enough times, you're not going to feel that sort of feeling. So what I want you to do is change the chords by looking, okay? Then try to do it and look away. And you probably find that you're actually doing it before you know you can. So I'll have a lot of people say, oh, I can't change chords without looking. And I go, I actually reckon you probably can. Let's give it a go. And for kids, I actually get a piece of paper and put it up in front of them if they're like really staring at their fingers. But you'll find that you actually can. Now, once you can change chords without looking, it's so much easier because you can look at the music, okay? So then you're not getting lost on the piece of paper, and you don't have that dizziness as well of looking there and back and forth and back and forth. That's actually quite dizzying, especially when you're doing it regularly, okay? So what do we do before we can do that though? What I'd like you to try to have a bit of a think about is working out the chord progression. So moving your fingers around in the actual chord progression. Now, if you're playing a simple song and you've got 4 chords that go around in a circle, think of them, it's like remembering a pin number, okay? It's going to be much easier to remember shorter progressions than it is longer progressions. Think of it like A minor, C goes to A minor. So think of them together as a little bundle. C, A minor. Then the next one might be F to G, F to G. Then all you have to do is remember 2 things, this change and this change. So that's massively helpful when you're first learning, because you can actually get through your songs without being stuck on the music and doing this back and forward things, especially if the chord progression goes around and around. So I'll have a lot of people coming to my workshops and they'll be saying, I'm lost, I don't know where I am in the music. And I'll often say, why are you even looking at the music? You're not singing, so unless you need the lyrics, you don't really even need the music. If you know the chord progression, and this is the difference between someone who's playing professionally and who's still learning, is we just kind of know this trick. We go, all right, what's the chord progression? I'll learn that. It's C, A minor, F, G. And now all I'm going to do is remember that and go around. And if I get lost, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait on my C, wait for everyone else to get there, bam, and I'm straight into it. Eventually you can use your ear and you'll be able to join the progression from anywhere in that progression. But learning the chord progression, I cannot emphasize enough how important that is. If it is a really complicated long one, and even like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, okay, so that's not an easy song. Everyone wants to play it first up, but that's not easy. You've got lots of different chords and the progression's quite long. So learning it in the chunks where you'll go, okay, E minor, A minor, F, E minor, A minor, C, or something like that. You're learning it in these little chunks. That is going to help you and allow you to either look at the music if you can change your chords without looking, and just check that you can. But it will allow you sort of to get through that song a lot more simply because you know what's coming up. Sometimes you'll have a different chord progression for a chorus and a verse and maybe a bridge, okay, but a lot of your simple songs will be, very much the same throughout the whole thing. Sometimes you'll get a bit of a variation, so obviously different level, different devil, okay? So check that out, see how you go, and let me know in the comments how you're finding that and what techniques really work for you. Okay, catch you soon, bye.